Hello, friends. Welcome back.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
He doesn't seem to have anything new.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
No, I don't think we've checked in with Garrus and Rex, so we'll do that real quick, and then we'll get going.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core.
Yep. I love that.
I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right.
As they tend to be.
Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
Or at least with Rex.
Every damn one.
He's a Krogan with a head on his shoulders. That's what I love about Rex. They really play it well. He still has a lot of Krogan sensibilities, which are not really sensible, but you know. The warlike stuff, you know what I mean? But, and the pretty primal kind of stuff, you know? And the whole strength thing and all that, and, however, words, it's just interesting to me how he met Saren, and it really does show you, A, what kind of person Saren is, and B, what kind of person Rex is, this conversation. Because Rex, like I said, he's a lot more level-headed than a lot of other Krogan. That's gonna really work for him in Mass Effect 2. If you don't know what I mean, you should play the games or keep watching or watch someone else's thing about Mass Effect 2 and you'll know what I mean, because, yeah. He definitely is in a different situation than just being a mercenary in ME2, let's say that.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Wait, can we do the classic thing yet?
Shepard.
Rex?
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so, I love that. I know most people that play this game love that. I've watched a lot of stuff and most people are also amused by that. A lot of stuff about this game.
Man, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
I'd say she really does agree like that.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Yeah, she can understand, but she definitely has her own conviction regarding that. Alright. That is everyone at that point. So let's go up. And, I can't wait for MV2 though, just a random thought. I love so many of the ship characters in MV2. The ship feels much more alive in 2 and 3. I love Kelly Chambers. Just random thought. A lot of people don't like her, but man, I love that horny, extremely empathetic grill, because that is me, horny and extremely empathetic. Anyway, God, I can't wait until Kelly Chambers, and also Trainer, because let's just say all the lesbian possibilities in 2 and 3 that I can do, I'm gonna essentially go after until Liara's back in the picture in 3, because she kinda isn't for a good ass while. Anywho, especially in 2. But that is for the future friendos. For now, let's go find another mission to do, eh? I might do a side quest or 2 as well. Actually, I'm not sure if I did talk to Joker. I remember that. I remember now that I think about it. I talked to Joker. So let's just go ahead and start off another mission, eh? I love this map music, man. Really just ethereal, beautiful, epic. Fills you with wonder, man. Just like the universe should. It's really, really, really well made for this. Are many... Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start reading systems when we're in them for any reason. Therum is I'm not sure if I read this. I'm gonna make sure I did. Therum is a distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than it is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations, which can go could go fuck themselves, because that's just... Mining corporations come in and they loot things. They're supposed to be there to mine minerals, not to loot shit. That's disgusting to me. Anyway. Alright, Zakros. Zakros is a terrestrial world with a nitrogen-methane atmosphere containing trace amounts of hydrocarbons. Its frigid surface is mainly composed of water, ice, and hydrocarbon slush. Most of the surface is not solid enough to support full weight of a landed ship. If approach is necessary, use shuttles or keep the ship's mass effect envelope up. Interesting. I wonder if that's based on RL science. It sounds like it should be, but yeah, like a very semi-solid surface. It's not really meant for that. Very interesting. It's not really solid enough. Very, very interesting. Phaistos. Phaistos is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur and various silicates. There is little of interest on this desolate world. Armeni is a terrestrial world with an unusually thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its surface is composed of silica with deposits of carbonaceous materials. The initial flyby probe of Armeni detected multiple areas at the equator with oddly regular surface protrusions. Closer investigation revealed these as millions of elaborate crypts a few meters below the surface, left by a long-extinct spacefaring species called the Zaelf. Once again, another long-extinct species, not just the Protheans. In fact, considering it's the same system as Therum, I bet Liara also investigated this world, and the Zaelf probably were also wiped out by the Protheans. I bet. Or the Reapers, sorry. Many human universities wish to perform archaeological excavations. Council law holds grave sites as sacrosanct, however, and the matter has been tied up in court for a decade. Welcome to politics. They can go fuck themselves in general. Arcanis. I like that. I'll say it like that. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be pronounced like that, or even if anyone at Bioware has a right pronunciation in mind. Probably, but I'm not sure. So that's what we'll go with. A small hydrogen helium gas giant, Harkonis has been developed as a full-featured, if modest, stopover for ships hauling refined materials from Therum. Okay, so, mining companies, lots of mining companies on there. In addition to a powerful magnetic field to dump drive charge, Arcanis has a largely automated infrastructure of helium-3 refining and deuterium mining on its many water ice moons. Interesting. Alright, should I just go read all these? I want to. I want to just read everything. Also, I might discover side quests to do so. Whenever we're in, not just a system, but a cluster like this.
Message coming in.
This is the first cluster.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
New Sudkust. Let's go ahead and... Should I go and do that? No, I want to read all these systems first. And by the way, yeah, I'm not going to be doing the stats, because I want to comment on lore itself, the substance of lore, and especially the things relating to why, especially the cultural things and etc. and lore behind the planet, not just what it looks like and how it is. I want to see what has happened to it, or who lives on it, or what current civilizations has done with it or not, or etc. Like the Hanar homeworld, Proteus is more than 90% oceanic cover. The incredible heat thrown off from Athens raises global humidity to 100%, creates constant cloud cover, and powers colossal typhoons that rage across the surface year-round. Hot, humid, and storm-racked, Proteus' rare combination of oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere and carbon-based biosphere nevertheless recommended for colonization. A pilot program studying the possibility of colonies below the ocean's surface, safe from the worst effects of the weather. Interesting. Very interesting. See, that's the kind of stuff I like reading when I read this stuff. Circe is and I like that name, Circe. Not sure if that's supposed to be pronounced that way, but I like pronouncing it that way, so hey, there we go. Circe is a modestly sized hydrogen helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and chlorine. these give it its striking yellow-green tint. As the development of the Proteus colony continues, Ceres will likely be developed for helium-3 mining. Interesting. See, this relates to Proteus over here. That's cool. I like that. It's really, really nice. I always love interconnecting points like this in lore, and I am working on a lot of lore for my own universe and setting, and stories within those. And I'm trying to really do a lot of that interconnecting lore. Best I can. Nausicaa? Traces of sodium in the atmosphere give Nausicaa. By the way, I love that name. I love these kind of exotic-looking names. That's kind of what I think when I look at this name. It's exotic-looking. Its overall traces of sodium in the atmosphere give Nausicaa its overall dark gray color, but it is otherwise a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of water vapor in the upper atmosphere account for its white clouds. There's no period there, but typos are probably really hard to stamp out in a big work like this that's not focused on the writing anyway, you know? Like the typed characters. More, there's a lot of other focuses that go into making a game like this. So I can forgive that, but if I was on the writing team of a game like this, I'd be scouring for typos and trying to fix them all, if I could, if I had the time for that. A lot of times I probably don't have the time for that. I feel like, I don't know, I'd love a world where deadlines weren't so needed for projects like this, because of the whole time and money constraints and investors and blah blah thing, and whatever else goes into why there are tight deadlines in games. Because I don't work well on deadlines. I do not. I work well when I am allowed to have the time that I need and to do what I need in order to get my brain right to continue doing my work. That's why I'm working on YouTube and doing some other things on the side that are completely and utterly devoid of time constraints, and I can do them whenever. And I'm trying to figure out how to fit a work lifestyle into that. How to get into a work lifestyle where I'm making enough money to support myself at least, but everything that I'm doing is not time sensitive, because I can't know if I'm going to be okay enough to work at a given point because of my brain and how I am. Salamis. The geological properties of salamis, I want to call it salamis, and now I'm hungry. Oh well. I love salami. Have been scanned from orbit, but little else is known about it. Due to its thick salami, help, I'm hungry now, okay. Carbon dioxide atmosphere, proximity to the energetic star Athens. The equatorial daytime temperatures have been known to turn the surface molten. The crust is composed of iron with deposits of platinum group metals. Interesting. Salami crusts. I mean, you don't eat the crust, but, it seems to relate back to salami to be help. I'm hungry. I need to eat after I do this. Anyway. Alright, let's at least read. Okay, I know I read Sparta, I know I read Knossos. Let's read Macedon. Actually, I do believe I'm not 100%. No, I didn't read Sparta, did I? I'll go back to Sparta. Yeah, I didn't read Sparta. Alright, so. Sharjila. I remember this name. Yeah, it's a landable planet. I remember it because it's a landable planet. Warning, level 1 pressure hazard. Sharjila has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia. You know what, let's go ahead and explore, let's explore a system, at least one system, or two maybe, or so, after every single major mission. And whenever we're even doing a side mission in a cluster, we go ahead and explore it. And we're going to try to get all of them by the end of the game. Sharjila has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. Its temperate surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Aluminium? I'm not sure what alumina is. Is it aluminum, or is it something entirely different? If it's something entirely different, they need to name it differently. IMO. Because because that's confusing to me. Comm buoys in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Sharjila has an extensive silicon-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica, silicon dioxide, dust. It's probably because they call it silica, but it's silicon dioxide. Maybe that probably is aluminium then. Anyway, dust, the respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. Interesting. So yes, this is actually a populated world, if by non-sentient beings or not. Like, that'd be huge. Like, if there were animal forms on an alien planet in real life, like, science would go nuts about that, and humankind in general would. High-speed surface winds, often laden with abrasive silica dust, present a hazard. In areas where the wind deposits a great deal of silica, footing can be treacherous. EVAs are discouraged. But we're gonna land anyway because we can. Because we're mad men and women, mostly women. In fact, we're entirely women right now. Come on, game. Ruining my joke by not letting me use my darn mouse. Alrighty, we have regained control of the Dergy mouse. There's this weird issue where it just basically sometimes acts like it's shut off for like a minute or two, or like it's not plugged in, or that it died or something, and I freak out, but then it just turns back on, and then it's fine for a long time. I don't know. Well, I don't know about fine on like the whole time. Sometimes it also acts up with regards to its how it works, the tracking. I think that's the word for it. Sometimes it just won't move right. The cursor won't move right in relation to how I'm moving it. And right now it's fine, but sometimes it is not. I don't know why. Anywho. But like I was gonna make a joke of earlier, we're all women right now because I love Tali and Liara, and even though they're kind of squishy, I tend to probably bring them too much considering they're kind of squishy, but I love them. They're good girls. They're forever, and it's okay. I'm their meat shield because I'm a freaking soldier. I try to play that way best I can. Sometimes it doesn't work out for me, but they're my favorite characters, so I'm gonna use them, whether it's a good idea or not. Because I can make it work for me. Because it's a good idea to me, and that's what matters. Stronghold, debris, anomaly. Debris is the closest thing. I hope it's not something that I don't have the skills for. By the way, I just remembered, I have squad stuff I can do. Alright, because I have 2 levels I could do. Let's do combat armor to the maximum. Let's also max our charm out. All of a sudden I just kind of remember. I just kind of was like, oh yeah, wait, hold on, I probably have this. And let's start doing... Ooh. I can start doing assault training. I could also do soldier, which immediately gives me health and health regen. Assault training increases my damage. I'm gonna actually start going down soldier for the immediate health. Then I'll start doing assault training and then fitness. And later on in the game, I'm gonna start putting points into intimidate if I end up basically maxing out assault training and fitness. Then I might start going into Spectre training. Yeah, I will start going into Spectre training. I forgot about that. Yeah, Unity. Restores dead squad members, which is really, really powerful. But that's gonna be later. But yeah, I'm gonna finish assault training, fitness. I might also start going into first aid, because that's really, it's probably gonna be really helpful later on. I hope. But after all that, I might start putting points into Intimidate just because. But I probably should have just stuck with Paragon, but I like having a little bit of Renegade to do a little bit of Renegade things. But I haven't really had any options to do Renegade things, but I'm going to start getting Renegade after that, because I'm not going to touch any of the other weapons. I'm probably not going to end up touching First Aid, because I'm hoping that I'm going to be a death tank and be able to just get through everything even if everyone else keeps dying. And I'd rather not everyone else keep dying, of course, but yeah. Yep. Alright, what's in here? Alright, let's Omni-Gel it. Ooh. Nade mods. I might as well. I haven't really upgraded my grenades at all, have I? Let's go ahead and do that, and I'm thinking about that. Wait, hold on. Why can't I use... Oh, wait, hold on. Are they just upgrades? Yeah, okay. Okay. Whew. Let's see. Cryo explosive. Incendiary explosive. They're all three. They're both three. So, by the way, I love the symbols. I always love these symbols that distinguish things in these games. Like, I always love these simple, rune-looking symbols in games. I always love the look of them. I like just kind of looking at them for a while, sometimes. Alright, cryo-upgraded upgrades contain a... Cryo-upgraded grenades contain a small Bose-Einstein condensate and massive supercooled subatomic particles. When detonated, they are capable of snap freezing nearby targets, which will leave them stuck in place for us to just insta-murder, which will be nice. Incendiary explosive release a thermal paste on detonation that clings to and burns through virtually all known substances. Goes 2 damage a second for 5 seconds. But see, that's constant damage. I'm a little bit more, I'm a little bit more liking that than the cryos, so let's actually do incendiaries. I always love damage per second, just so that, you know, I can be working on one enemy while the others kind of slowly die. And also they have less health when I get to them as well. So. I love me some DPS, what can I say? Alright. Man, I really love this exploration music and exploring these planets. They really did a good job making them look very alien, very, you know, rough, and live up to their descriptions as well. Very cool. And yeah, driving the Mako's just fun, because it's all bouncy and stuff, you know what I mean? Whee! Whee! Okay. Alright, there's some enemies here. Gotta be a careful Durgan. Alright. Actually, I think we need this. We need to at least get a little closer. Thankfully, these are smaller geth. It's not really gonna hopefully do too much. Okay, now we're starting to get damaged a little. Alright, let's get out. Shooty bang time. Hello there. Ouch. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, snipers hurt, especially when they shoot you in the head. Ouchie. Where's your lesson? Okay. I need to start quick saving after I do stuff. I will do that. Alrighty, here we are.
Heading to position.
Now let's see if I can actually manual bypass this plot back. Just pop it. Not easy. Not easy at all. Ah. Getting closer at that, though. Getting better at that. Ooh. Yeah, I need better than Scorpion 1. But for now, that will help. By the way, save. And yeah, you got different stuff because of loot C and how it works in this game.